Your goals and dreams are sacred. They're the blueprint for your future and the vision that keeps you moving forward. But in a world where sharing everything is encouraged, it's crucial to understand the power of keeping your aspirations private. Not everyone around you will see your vision the way you do, and that's okay, because it wasn't given to them, it was given to you. Protecting your dreams is an act of self-preservation and focus, allowing you to build without unnecessary distractions or external negativity. When you share your goals prematurely, you open the door to opinions, criticisms, and doubts. Not everyone you tell will support you, and some may even unintentionally discourage you. They might project their own fears or insecurities onto your plans, making you second-guess yourself. Imagine sharing a dream about starting your own business, only to hear, "That's risky," or "Are you sure you're ready for that?" Those words, though not always malicious, can plant seeds of doubt that grow into hesitation. By keeping your goals private, you shield yourself from these outside influences and stay grounded in your own belief. Additionally, sharing your dreams can sometimes create a false sense of accomplishment. When you announce a goal to others, their praise or encouragement might give you a temporary high, making you feel like you've already achieved something. But that feeling can take away the urgency to act. It's easy to become complacent when you receive applause for an idea rather than results. By keeping your goals to yourself, you maintain a sense of responsibility and accountability. The work becomes about the actual effort, not the recognition. Privacy also gives you room to pivot. As you work toward your dreams, you may encounter obstacles or realize you need to adjust your plans. When your goals are public, it can feel like you're under constant scrutiny, making it harder to make necessary changes without fear of judgment. Keeping your aspirations private gives you the freedom to evolve, adapt, and refine your vision without external pressure. You can experiment, fail, and try again without worrying about what others might think. Another important aspect of keeping your goals private is the element of surprise. There's power in letting your actions speak louder than your words. When you quietly work toward your goals and suddenly achieve them, it creates a moment of undeniable impact. People respect results more than promises. The element of surprise also protects you from those who might try to sabotage your effort. Not everyone will celebrate your success, and some may actively work against you if they feel threatened by your progress. Keeping your goals private ensures that your journey is free from unnecessary interference. Focusing on your goals in private also allows you to build internal motivation. When you're not seeking validation from others, you learn to rely on your own determination and discipline. This internal drive is what sustains you during difficult times when progress feels slow or obstacles seem insurmountable. External validation can be fleeting, but self-motivation is enduring. By keeping your goals to yourself, you develop the resilience and strength needed to see them through to completion. There's also a spiritual component to keeping your goals private. When you share your dreams with everyone, you risk exposing them to energy that may not align with your purpose. Not all advice is good advice, and not all feedback is constructive. By keeping your aspirations between you and God, you allow His guidance to take precedence over human opinions. Prayer, reflection, and faith become your tools for navigating the journey, and you remain aligned with the path He has set for you. Keeping your goals private fosters a sense of ownership. When you don't rely on external input, you take full responsibility for your vision. You become the architect of your future, unshaken by doubts or distractions. This ownership empowers you to move forward with confidence and clarity, knowing that your goals are truly yours and not influenced by the expectations of others. In summary, keeping your goals and dreams private protects them from external negativity, fosters internal motivation, and allows you to focus on the work rather than the recognition. It gives you the freedom to adapt, the power to surprise, and the clarity to align with your purpose. Protect your vision, work in silence, and let your results speak louder than any announcement ever could. Your financial situation is one of the most personal aspects of your life, and it should remain private. Money is a sensitive topic, and sharing too much about your income, savings, or spending can lead to judgment, envy, and unnecessary complications. Protecting the details of your financial status isn't about secrecy, it's about maintaining control over your life and decisions without outside influence or interference. When you share details about your finances with others, you risk exposing yourself to judgment. If you're doing well financially, people might assume you have no struggles or obligations, and they may expect more from you. They might label you as arrogant or boastful, even if your intention was simply to share your excitement. On the other hand, if you're struggling, sharing that information might lead to unsolicited advice, pity, or even gossip. Not everyone who hears about your financial challenges will have good intentions, and some might use that information against you. Keeping your financial situation private protects you from these unnecessary judgments and misunderstandings. Another reason to keep your finances private is to avoid envy and resentment. Money has the power to change how people perceive you, and it can shift the dynamics of your relationships. If someone feels you're earning more than them, they may develop feelings of jealousy, even if you've worked hard for your success. This envy can lead to tension, conflict, or even the loss of friendships. Conversely, if someone knows you're facing financial difficulties, they might distance themselves, seeing you as a burden or someone who might ask for help. By keeping your finances private, you maintain balance in your relationships and prevent money from becoming a dividing factor. Privacy around your finances also helps you avoid becoming a target. If people know you're doing well financially, some may try to take advantage of you. This could be in the form of constant requests for loans, expectations for lavish gifts, or attempts to manipulate your generosity. Even family members and close friends can unintentionally cross boundaries when they know too much about your financial standing. By keeping these details private, you protect yourself from being exploited and maintain control over how you choose to spend or share your resources. Discussing your finances openly can also lead to unnecessary pressure. If people know how much you're earning, they might expect you to live a certain lifestyle or make specific financial decisions. For instance, they might question why you're not buying a bigger house, driving a more expensive car, or taking extravagant vacations. This pressure can push you into making financial choices that don't align with your goals or values, just to meet the expectations of others. Keeping your financial situation private allows you to make decisions based on what's best for you, free from external opinions or societal norms. Protecting the privacy of your finances also creates a sense of security. When fewer people know about your financial situation, you're less likely to encounter situations where your money becomes a topic of gossip or manipulation. It's easier to manage your financial goals and navigate challenges when you're not worried about who might be discussing your personal matters behind your back. Financial privacy fosters peace of mind, allowing you to focus on building stability and success without distractions. Another key aspect of keeping your finances private is that it encourages humility. Money is a tool, not a measure of your worth. When you avoid broadcasting your financial successes, you stay grounded and focused on what truly matters. True wealth isn't just about numbers in a bank account. It's about living a life of purpose, gratitude, and fulfillment. By keeping your financial achievements private, you remind yourself that your value comes from who you are, not what you have. It's also important to recognize that your financial situation is constantly evolving. What you have today might not be the same tomorrow. Sharing too much can lock you into a narrative that no longer reflects your reality. For example, if you publicly shared about a financial struggle, people might continue to view you through that lens even after you've overcome it. Conversely, if you've shared about financial success, people might assume you're immune to challenges, creating unrealistic expectations. By keeping your finances private, you allow yourself the freedom to grow and adapt without being confined by others' perceptions. Financial privacy empowers you to take full control of your financial decisions. When you're not seeking validation or approval from others, you're more likely to make choices that align with your long-term goals and values. Whether you're saving for the future, paying off debt, or investing in your dreams, keeping your finances private ensures that your decisions are driven by your priorities, not the opinions or expectations of others. In summary, keeping your financial situation private protects you from judgment, envy, exploitation, and unnecessary pressure. It fosters security, humility, and peace of mind, allowing you to focus on building a stable and fulfilling life. Your finances are your business, and safeguarding that privacy ensures that you remain in control of your financial journey. There is incredible power in keeping your next move private. When you're working on something significant, whether it's a new job, a big project, or a life transition, the more you talk about it, the more vulnerable it becomes to external influences. Not every step in your journey needs an audience. Your next move is a sacred part of your growth, and protecting it ensures that it remains focused, intentional, and aligned with your goals. When you share your next move prematurely, you open yourself up to the opinions and judgments of others. Even people who mean well might unintentionally discourage you. They might question your plans, point out risks, or share their doubts, leaving you second-guessing your decision. Imagine starting a new business or applying for a challenging opportunity, only to hear someone say, "Are you sure you're ready for that?" Or, "That sounds too difficult." These comments, even when not malicious, can plant seeds of doubt that grow into hesitation. Keeping your next move private allows you to build confidence in your decision without outside interference. Another important reason to keep your next move private is that it gives you the freedom to change course if needed. When you announce your plans to others, you may feel locked into that path, even if you realize it's not the right one. Publicly shared plans can create a sense of pressure to follow through, even when it's no longer in your best interest. Keeping your next move private allows you to pivot, adapt, and refine your strategy without the fear of judgment or the need to explain yourself. It provides the flexibility to align your actions with your evolving goals. Silence also protects you from sabotage, intentional or unintentional. Not everyone in your circle will celebrate your progress or root for your success. Some people might feel threatened by your growth and try to undermine your efforts. They might spread negativity, share your plans with others who don't have your best interests at heart, or even attempt to block your opportunities. By keeping your next move to yourself, you safeguard it from interference and ensure that your focus remains on execution rather than defending your choices. Privacy around your next move creates an element of surprise, which can be a powerful advantage. When people don't know your plans, they can't prepare to counter them or block your progress. Moving in silence gives you the space to work strategically and stay ahead. Let your results, not your announcements, speak for themselves. The impact of a well-executed move is far greater than the temporary buzz of sharing it before it's complete. When you quietly work toward your goals and suddenly achieve them, the surprise and respect it generates are immeasurable. Keeping your next move private also allows you to channel your energy into action rather than explanation. When you share your plans, you often feel the need to justify them to others, answering questions and defending your choices. This can drain your energy and distract you from the work that needs to be done. By staying silent, you can focus entirely on execution, putting all your time and effort into making your plans a reality. Action, not explanation, is what drives progress. Another benefit of keeping your next move private is that it helps you build internal accountability. When your plans remain between you and God, or just a small trusted circle, you take full ownership of them. You're not relying on external validation or encouragement to stay motivated. Instead, your commitment comes from within, fueled by your belief in the vision and your determination to see it through. And this internal accountability fosters resilience as you learn to depend on yourself rather than seeking approval or recognition from others. There's also a psychological advantage to keeping your next move private. When you share your plans, you risk creating a false sense of accomplishment. Talking about your goals can sometimes trick your brain into feeling like you've already made progress, even though you haven't taken any tangible steps. This phenomenon, known as the intention-action gap, can lead to complacency and a lack of follow-through. Keeping your next move private ensures that your focus remains on action and results, rather than the temporary satisfaction of sharing your intentions. Protecting your next move is also an act of self-respect. It's a way of valuing your vision and understanding its worth. Not everyone is entitled to know your plans or have a say in your journey. By keeping your next move private, you set boundaries and prioritize your goals over the opinions of others. This self-respect reinforces your confidence and strengthens your ability to stay true to your path. Lastly, keeping your next move private aligns with the principle of faith. When you trust that God has placed this vision in your heart, you don't need to broadcast it to the world for validation. Faith allows you to move quietly and confidently, knowing that the right opportunities will come at the right time. Trusting the process, even in silence, is a demonstration of your belief in the plan and your commitment to seeing it through. In summary, keeping your next move private protects you from negativity, sabotage, and unnecessary pressure. It allows you to focus on action, maintain flexibility, and build internal accountability. By valuing the sanctity of your plans, you empower yourself to move strategically and achieve your goals without distractions or interference. Silence is not weakness, it's strength in its purest form. Your personal relationships are among the most valuable and intimate parts of your life. They include not only your romantic partnerships, but also your close friendships and family bonds. These relationships are deeply personal, shaped by shared experiences, trust, and vulnerability. Sharing too much about them with others can expose them to judgment, misunderstanding, and unnecessary interference. Protecting the privacy of your personal relationships is a way of honoring their significance and preserving their authenticity. When you openly discuss the details of your personal relationships, you invite others to form opinions about them. Not everyone will see your relationships the way you do, and their perspectives may not always be helpful. Even well-meaning advice can sometimes come from a place of bias, misunderstanding, or incomplete information. For example, if you share a disagreement with your partner, a friend might take your side without fully understanding the situation, leading to unfair judgments. These external opinions can cloud your judgment, making it harder to resolve conflicts or make decisions that are best for you and your relationship. Sharing too much about your personal relationships can also create tension and strain within them. When private matters are made public, it can feel like a breach of trust to the other person involved. For instance, if your partner or close friend finds out you've shared personal details about your conversations or conflicts with others, they may feel betrayed or exposed. This can erode the trust that forms the foundation of your relationship, making it harder to maintain a strong and healthy bond. Keeping your relationships private helps to protect that trust and ensures that your connections remain authentic and secure. Another reason to keep your personal relationships private is to safeguard them from unnecessary interference. Not everyone who hears about your relationships will have your best interests at heart. Some people may feel envious of your connections and attempt to undermine them either subtly or overtly. They might spread rumors, offer destructive advice, or plant doubts in your mind about the people you care about. By keeping your relationships private, you shield them from this kind of negativity and ensure that they are nurtured in an environment of respect and positivity. Privacy also allows your personal relationships to grow and evolve naturally. When you share too much about your connections with others, it can create external pressure and expectations. For instance, if people know about your relationship milestones, such as moving in together or discussing marriage, they may start to ask questions or make assumptions about your next steps. This can make you feel rushed or obligated to meet those expectations, even if you're not ready. Abel Tam. Keeping your relationships private gives you the freedom to move at your own pace. making decisions that are right for you and the other person involved. Protecting the privacy of your personal relationships also helps to preserve their sacredness. Relationships are built on shared experiences, and some of these moments are meant to be just between you and the people you love. When you share these intimate details with others, you risk diminishing their significance and making them feel less special. Keeping these moments private allows them to remain meaningful and unique, strengthening the bond you share with your loved ones. Circling back to the best of experiences, Your Honor, know that you are empowering the people you love with the unspoken protection of your rapture in the moment. Another important aspect of keeping personal relationships private is the importance of boundaries. Privacy creates a clear boundary between your public and private life, allowing you to maintain control over what you share and with whom. This boundary protects your emotional well-being and prevents others from overstepping or intruding on your personal matters. It also sends a message that you value your relationships and are committed to protecting them from outside influences. Privacy in personal relationships also fosters emotional maturity and self-reliance. When you keep your relationships private, you're less likely to seek validation or approval from others. Instead, you learn to navigate challenges and celebrate successes within the relationship itself. This strengthens your ability to communicate, resolve conflicts, and build a deeper connection without relying on external input. It also helps you focus on what truly matters, the quality of the relationship and the happiness it brings, rather than how it appears to others. Keeping your personal relationships private also protects them from being reduced to entertainment for others. In today's world, where social media often blurs the line between public and private life, it's easy for personal relationships to become a topic of gossip or speculation. Sharing too much can turn your relationship into a spectacle, subject to the scrutiny and opinions of others. By maintaining privacy, you keep your relationships grounded in reality, free from the distractions and distortions of external perceptions. Lastly, privacy in personal relationships is a form of respect. It shows that you value the people in your life and are committed to honoring the trust they've placed in you. By keeping your personal matters private, you demonstrate that you care about protecting the integrity and dignity of your relationships. This respect not only strengthens your bonds, but also fosters a sense of security and stability, creating a foundation for lasting connections. The relationship with yourself is the most important relationship in your life, because in truth, you are the greatest investment. In summary, keeping your personal relationships private safeguards them from judgment, interference, and external pressure. It fosters trust, respect, and emotional maturity while allowing your connections to grow naturally and authentically. Privacy is not about secrecy. It's about protecting the sacredness of your relationships and ensuring they thrive in an environment of love and understanding. Your biggest weakness is one of the most sensitive and personal aspects of your life. It's an area where you feel vulnerable, and sharing it openly with others can expose you to unnecessary risks, misunderstandings, and exploitation. While self-awareness and the ability to address your weaknesses are crucial for personal growth, disclosing this information to others should be done carefully and selectively. Protecting the privacy of your vulnerabilities is not about hiding who you are. It's about safeguarding your emotional well-being and maintaining control over your narrative. When you share your biggest weakness with others, you risk it being misunderstood or misrepresented. Not everyone has the emotional intelligence or empathy to respond to such revelations appropriately. Some may trivialize your struggles, offering dismissive or uninformed advice that makes you feel unsupported or invalidated. Others may misinterpret your voice. Keeping your weaknesses private protects you from being unfairly judged or labeled based on incomplete or inaccurate perceptions. Another important reason to keep your weaknesses private is to avoid exploitation. Unfortunately, not everyone you encounter will have your best interests at heart. Sharing your vulnerabilities with the wrong person can give them a way to manipulate or harm you. For example, if someone knows that you struggle with self-doubt, they might use it to undermine your confidence or gain power over you in a personal or professional relationship. By keeping your weaknesses private, you maintain control over how much influence others have over you and ensure that your struggles cannot be weaponized against you. Keeping your biggest weakness private also helps to preserve your sense of self-worth. Everyone has areas where they feel less capable or confident, but allowing those weaknesses to define you can be damaging. When you share your vulnerabilities openly, you might start to see yourself through the lens of how others react to them, whether that's pity, criticism, or doubt. This external feedback can reinforce negative self-perceptions and make it harder to see your strengths and potential. Maintaining privacy around your weaknesses allows you to focus on growth and self-improvement without being weighed down by external judgments. Privacy also creates a safe space for you to work on your weaknesses without distraction. Personal growth is a deeply individual process that requires focus, introspection, and time. When your struggles are public knowledge, it can feel like you're under constant scrutiny, with others watching to see how you're handling them. This added pressure can make it harder to address your weaknesses effectively and may even exacerbate them. By keeping your vulnerabilities private, you give yourself the freedom to grow and heal at your own pace, away from the noise of external opinions and expectations. Another key benefit of keeping your weaknesses private is that it allows you to maintain professional boundaries. In a work or career context, revealing too much about your struggles can affect how others perceive your capabilities and reliability. While honesty and authenticity are important, it's equally important to project confidence and competence in professional settings. Sharing your weaknesses with colleagues, clients, or superiors can inadvertently undermine their trust in your abilities, even if your struggles don't directly impact your performance. By keeping your weaknesses private, you protect your professional reputation and ensure that your work speaks for itself. Maintaining privacy around your weaknesses also fosters emotional resilience. When you rely on others to validate or address your vulnerabilities, you risk becoming dependent on external support. While seeking help when needed is essential, it's equally important to cultivate self-reliance and inner strength. Keeping your weaknesses private encourages you to take ownership of your growth, finding ways to address your challenges without relying excessively on others. This resilience not only helps you overcome your struggles, but also builds confidence in your ability to handle future difficulties. Another reason to keep your biggest weakness private is that it prevents unnecessary comparison. When you share your struggles with others, it's natural for them to compare their own experiences to yours, even unintentionally. This can lead to feelings of competition, invalidation, or envy, as others may downplay your struggles or magnify their own. Privacy eliminates the need for such comparisons, allowing you to focus on your journey without being influenced by how others perceive their own challenges. Privacy around your weaknesses also helps you maintain an air of mystery and self-respect. In a world that often encourages oversharing, choosing to keep certain aspects of your life private sets you apart. It sends a message that you value yourself enough to protect your vulnerabilities and that you don't feel the need to broadcast every aspect of your life. This sense of self-respect not only boosts your confidence, but also earns you greater respect from others who will appreciate your boundaries and discretion. Finally, keeping your biggest weakness private allows you to share it intentionally and selectively. There are times when revealing your vulnerabilities can build trust, deepen relationships, or seek necessary support. However, these moments should be chosen carefully, ensuring that the person you're sharing with is trustworthy, empathetic, and capable of offering constructive feedback. By maintaining privacy, you retain control over when and how you disclose your weaknesses, ensuring that the sharing process is purposeful and beneficial. In conclusion, keeping your biggest weakness private protects you from judgment, exploitation, and unnecessary pressure. It fosters self-worth, resilience, and focus, allowing you to address your struggles in a safe and intentional way. Privacy is not about secrecy, it's about creating a space where you can grow, heal, and thrive on your own terms. Family issues are deeply personal and often complicated. They are rooted in years of shared experiences, emotions, and dynamics that are unique to each family. Sharing these matters with people outside of your immediate circle can lead to misunderstandings, unnecessary judgment, and unintended consequences. Keeping family issues private is not about hiding problems, but about respecting the sanctity of those relationships and managing conflicts within the appropriate boundaries. When you share family issues with others, you risk them forming opinions about your family members based on limited or one-sided information. For instance, if you vent about a disagreement with a sibling or parent, the listener might judge them unfairly without knowing the full context of the situation. This can create lasting perceptions that may damage the way others view your family, even long after the issue has been resolved. Family conflicts are often temporary, but the impressions left on outsiders can linger and potentially harm relationships in the long term. Another reason to keep family issues private is to protect the dignity and privacy of the individuals involved. Everyone has struggles, and just as you would not want your personal challenges aired publicly, your family members deserve the same respect. Sharing their struggles or conflicts without their consent can feel like a betrayal, leading to strained relationships and feelings of mistrust. Privacy fosters an environment of mutual respect, where family members feel safe and supported even during difficult times. Sharing family issues with others can also make the problem worse by inviting unwanted advice or interference. People may mean well, but their suggestions or involvement can sometimes escalate the conflict rather than resolve it. For example, if a friend offers advice that contradicts what you or your family members feel is right, it can create additional tension and confusion. Moreover, involving outsiders in family matters can sometimes make reconciliation more difficult, as their presence may complicate the dynamics or add unnecessary layers of conflict. Keeping family issues private also helps to maintain unity and solidarity within the family. When conflicts arise, it's important to approach them as a team, working together to find solutions and support one another. Bringing in outsiders can create divisions, as family members may feel excluded, judged, or misrepresented. By addressing issues privately, you create a space where open communication and mutual understanding can flourish, strengthening the bond between family members, even in challenging times. Another benefit of keeping family issues private is that it allows you to focus on solutions rather than perceptions. When you share your struggles with others, you may find yourself overly concerned about how they perceive your family, which can distract from addressing the root of the problem. For instance, if you're dealing with a financial dispute or a difference in values, sharing this with outsiders may lead to gossip or speculation that shifts your attention away from resolving the issue. Privacy helps you stay grounded and focused on what truly matters, finding a resolution that works for everyone involved. Family issues often involve sensitive emotions, such as guilt, shame, or frustration, which can be amplified when shared with others. Discussing these matters outside the family may lead to feelings of vulnerability or regret, as you may feel exposed or misunderstood. Keeping these issues private allows you to process your emotions in a safe and controlled environment, either within the family or with a trusted professional such as a therapist or counselor. This approach ensures that your emotions are acknowledged and addressed without the risk of judgment or exploitation. Privacy also protects younger or more vulnerable family members from being drawn into unnecessary conflict. Children, for example, may not fully understand the complexities of a family issue and can be negatively affected if the matter becomes public. Sharing family problems outside the home can lead to feelings of embarrassment or insecurity for younger members, as they may feel their families being scrutinized or judged. By keeping issues private, you shield them from these potential harms and provide a stable, supportive environment in which they can thrive. Another critical aspect of privacy is that it prevents family issues from becoming a source of gossip or public entertainment. In today's world of social media and instant communication, personal matters can quickly spiral out of control if shared with the wrong audience. A simple comment about a family disagreement can spread and become exaggerated, leading to unnecessary drama and stress. By keeping your family issues private, you ensure that they remain a personal matter, handled with discretion and care. Privacy in family matters also fosters personal accountability. When you choose to resolve conflicts internally, you take ownership of the situation rather than relying on external validation or input. This encourages a culture of responsibility within the family, where members are empowered to address problems directly and constructively. It also reinforces the idea that family is a safe space where challenges can be faced together, without fear of exposure or judgment. Keeping family issues private demonstrates emotional maturity and respect for the complexity of relationships. It acknowledges that no family is perfect and that challenges are a natural part of life. By choosing to handle these matters privately, you show a commitment to protecting the bonds that matter most and preserving the integrity of your family unit. Privacy allows you to navigate difficulties with grace, understanding, and compassion, ensuring that your family emerges stronger and more united on the other side.